G'day guys, and today Shorty and I are going to do another question, which we have this week, is Football King, who's asked, what's wrong with Collingwood? I think you mean wrong, but that's alright, we all get typos, mate.
You just made a mistake on the keyboard,
That's
mate.
alright, I understand that, being a typist myself and like yourself, that's okay. We all make mistakes, mate.
Yeah.
Anyway. Yeah, back to the question anyway. Lots of things is the answer. We'll start off with you, mate. I'll copy what you say.
I've got 3 things, mate.
3 things.
First of all, they're too reliant on Pendlebury, Sidebottom and Treloar.
Yeah.
I think Adams has been out a little bit, which hurts them to go. He maybe hasn't come on enough, but they're just hugely reliant on those 3 players. If they play well, generally Collingwood does, gives them a chance, but if they're off or one of them's off, shut down, like Sidebottom was last week, all of a sudden too much is left to too little, and I think their midfield is their strong point, but heavily reliant on those guys.
Yeah, agree. Yeah.
Their forward line, of course. I mean, these days it's so important to lock it in your forward 50. I mean, not only are they poor targets, Cloak is woefully out of form. Cox has been okay, but he's not the saviour, and nor is Witts, nor is Galt. So, at the moment they're struggling. They don't have Fasolo. Elliott's out.
Yeah.
So they're 2 guys that are hugely important that they're missing big time. And they struggle to lock it in there because they're not very mobile at all, as was shown against the D's big time. And lastly, I think it's so important to have a good user out of the back line and a good kick. That designated kicker. They tried Pendlebury off the back 50 there. Couldn't afford to not have him in the midfield, and they just don't have it. They've gotten rid of Shaw in the past. Lumumba has left as well. And Scharenberg is probably the guy that they would like to have there, but he's, of course, had, 2 knees. So,
yeah. Try to drive out of the back line.
Exactly. So, some of the key areas of the game these days, 450 targets have been important for 150 years, but locking the ball in your 50 and transitioning from back 50, they lack weapons in those 2 areas. So,
they really do, yeah.
I think perhaps they were slightly overrated pre-season, but, they have been hit relatively hard with injuries, but not quite up to standard.
Nice, mate. Well, 2 big points out of that one, which you basically suggested. The forward line is just, there's nothing there. When you've chosen Jared Witts, you got Ruckman as full forward and centre half forward. Yeah. It's not a great thing to sort of have. They're probably more so inclined to play ruck time, but they've almost been forced forward. And I reckon Travis Cloak is maybe a bit stiff not to play against the D's. Like, it's sending, if it's not right on the wall already, I think that's nearly confirmed goal. So I reckon Galt needs another chance. I think he had a pretty poor start to the season. He couldn't have that challenge, but I think he probably needs another go at it. I don't think he's injured, but as you said, Fasolo is probably one of their best forwards. He's very opportunistic, and Jamie Elliott is another bloke that's very opportunistic as well.
Darcy Moore as well. They miss big time.
He sets him straight up forward. He kicks really straight, so that's another key post and a player that'll be there for 10 years, you'd think.
Yeah.
Their pressure up and down the ground, they can be pick and choose when they go. For instance, against Geelong, they played probably their best game of the year, and teams always have the best games of the year against us. Carlton play out of their skin. Collingwood always get up for us, and I thought, have they turned a corner? I'll have to wait and see, and they didn't. But Port Adelaide was probably a game where they had to win. 7 goals from the goal square, apparently. So that just shows that they're just not applying enough pressure to the Port's ball carriers and defending well for the zone, and especially out the back. 7 goals from the goal square. When that's happening, it's it only makes other things easier, like just general play and creating forward 50 entries and converting from there. So their defence has been shot basically as well. So those are probably some key areas. Just no cohesion throughout the whole group, and probably the drug scandal may or may not affect them. I'm not really one for bringing drugs into things, but it certainly would have taken a toll on them to a degree, especially right at the start of the season. Certainly wouldn't have helped. And I reckon there's been talk about Pendlebury not maybe being the captain that should be there, Taylor Adams. I think that's a load of garbage, by the way, and you agree with that one as well. The backing of Nathan Buckley. So it seems to be a cultural attitude problem at the moment. And that's like the first thing you have to fix before. Once that's fixed, then you can work on gameplay, game day and how you plan to play against each team and produce a result.
Sounds like there's a lot wrong with the Pies, mate.
Yeah, there's lots of questions to be asked, and it'll be a big second half of the season for them. So it's not looking great, but a week's a long time in football as well. So.
Yeah, a lot of areas to fix though.
Yeah, absolutely. Can't fix that in a week, mate. Maybe short term, but not for the long term, at least initially.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, so those are our thoughts, matey. Football King, there's your answer for what's wrong with Collingwood. Feel free to give it a like, ask a AFL-related question if you want that answered. Last Q&A on camera as well. Well, probably for the meantime anyway. So, say goodbye to Shorty on that one. So, thanks for hanging around, guys. Don't forget to subscribe. It'd be great. And, keep checking us out. And we'll see you all next time.